Yo, what is going on, everyone? My name is Mewtwo Fan Nate, and I am your coach of the New York Noibats. We are going up against KyleAye and the Miami Donphans, and Kyle's a really good friend of mine, so I'm really looking forward to this battle. I know we're gonna have a lot of fun, and I'm a little bit terrified, mostly just because I know how much pressure this game has on me. Whereas, like, if I lose, I'm definitely out of playoffs. If I win, then there's a chance that I make playoffs. So it's a lot of pressure on me as far as that goes. But I'm gonna try not to let any of that, like, take over, like, my I don't know how to say it. This is the first time I've actually gen for myself in a while, so hopefully I didn't mess up here. Also, I have a team builder, so if you guys want to go check that out, see the sets that I'm bringing. Showdown was really messing up a lot for me. I was getting really frustrated while I was recording that team builder. Like, I shut down in the middle of me recording, and I tried recording it like 3 other times before then. Showdown was just being a pain in the neck. So I'm kind of scared because I think he's gonna bring the Rampardos, and like I said in my team builder, like, Rampardos could be an issue. It's very scary mon, especially if it sets up like a rock polish, and then it's like life orb, like sheer force could be an issue. All right, so there's that thing. There's actually no Dotrio, which is interesting. I think I just want to lead off with my Crobat here. I think I just want to lead off with Crobat. Crobat should outspeed everything on his team. We go for a nice U-turn. I'm very nervous. I have the shakes, and you can almost hear it in my voice. I think, like, my voice is shaky. But I think it's just because I'm, like, going up against Kyle, and Kyle's like a really good friend of mine, so it's like I'm excited, you know. So there's no Dugtrio. I was really expecting the that Dugtrio to try to trap some of my mons, and he also didn't bring the what's it called, and I was kind of expecting that, the Porygon 2. I was kind of expecting the Porygon 2. And he didn't bring a Alolan Marowak either, which is kind of wild. Because this team that he brought literally has no switch-ins to Tapu Bulu. There's not a single real switch in here. And that looks like it's probably the Rampardos. Now I could just go for the U-turn here, which is what I'm gonna do. And then I can go out, I think, out into Hariyama, because Hariyama does take rock-type moves relatively well. Does take rock type moves relatively well, and that does a lot of damage to him. So I'm actually gonna go right out into Hariyama, because we are pretty bulky. I know I'm risking a little bit there. He's Stealth Rock. Okay. Yeah, Stealth Rock. I do have Rapid Spin on my Blastoise, unless Showdown messed that up. Let me just go to... this is going to take a little bit because I did not import my sets to Showdown, to the damage calcs before the battle. So, where's the... I think I'm just going to click knockoff here, because nothing on his team really wants to eat a knockoff. If I can just get rid of this thing, since he has like Stealth Rocks, I figured it's probably where's the team against? Hopefully it didn't get deleted. I don't know why they did that. Okay, I'm just gonna copy. We're gonna go make that a Mega Scizor? Alright, now I can just import this whole team. Raindrop. Ooh, that shiny is clean, not gonna lie. Does that thing get justified? Is the life orb? It's offensive. It's offensive. What? Say what? That's offensive? Okay. I mean, knockoff did a good amount, a nice solid 25% to him. I'm going to go to the Showdown Damage Calcs and import my team. And let me just see a Hitmontop. Let's just say your Rapid Spin, and let's just go to Hariyama. My Hariyama. Catch these. So, you didn't have Intimidate. Knockoff at about 20 something, like 25% actually, so he's probably not invested in bulk. Which means that close combat could potentially get the kill here. So, I kind of want to go for that. Kind of want to go for close combat here, which I think is what I'm going to do. He goes for the Stone Edge, predicting my switch, and I just click close combat here. The reason why I didn't switch out there is because I saw the calc, and after I knocked off his life orb, I figured I could just do a lot of different things to him. So that's why I stayed in there, and I figured, you know, I saw that close combat would get the knockout. Just after seeing that knockoff damage, and that he wasn't like so I apologize for the miss, Kyle. I know you won't get too salty because, you know, this is just for fun, you know, because we're homies, you know. I'm seriously putting on chapstick on camera. That's inappropriate. Sorry, I was feeling like my lips are getting chapped. I don't know. Like, I don't want to be like smacking my lips like I don't know. Feels weird. So I don't know what he's gonna go into now. I'm assuming the Suicune. I hear my father outside speaking. Maybe you guys can too. I don't know how, because I'm using my other mic until my my Yeti comes back from getting fixed. So right now he's thinking about his move here. Like it's definitely thinking. I'm scared. I'm actually terrified right now because so many things could come. So there's the LA Hammer. Now, how much do we do to that thing? I kind of want to keep this around. Let me see. He showed the stealth rock, so he's probably not as like a setup variant. And we saw that my Crobat was faster. Let me see what we have here. What's your name? Your name is Rampardos. Bullet Punch does 41 to 50%. He can hit me with a Zen Headbutt. I think what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna go out into my Blastoise here. I'm gonna go into Blastoise because I think we can pressure him a little bit. Let's see. He has Zen Headbutt. Okay. This is probably sheer force too. And I think I don't know if I want to go for the Scald or if I want to go for the Rapid Spin. If I go for the I'm gonna go for the Rapid Spin here, I think. Just letting my Crobat come in and take less damage is good. So I think that's what I'll do. Get rid of the rocks. Obviously you can still click Stealth Rock on me, but you know. and that's probably the Heliolisk. That is the Heliolisk. I could have gone for the Aura Sphere there, but I just didn't see the point. And I want to make sure I switch out into like Hariyama here, just so I can, you know, preserve Blastoise for potentially rolling out a Crocoon or something like that. Let me see. How can I get in? That. How can I get in that? That Suicune, because I want to bait Suicune in so I can kind of just bring out my Tapu Bulu and hit it with something. Let's see, what are you gonna go for here? Just the Volt Switch. He goes back out into this thing, probably trying to set up the Stealth Rocks again. What I'll do is I'll just click Bullet Punch twice, because Close Combat would do the job here. But if I click Bullet Punch twice, I don't get any kind of drops. So I'm gonna go for Bullet Punch twice. He has the Steel. Ooh, the Steel Berry. That's clean. That is clean. That's a crit too. It doesn't matter because it 2KO'd anyway. The Zen Headbutt. Okay. This should do a lot of damage to me. This might actually kill me. It does. That's unfortunate, because now I don't really have a switch into Heliolisk. That's unfortunate. But he has no way to take a Brave Bird right now as well. And he also gets outsped by Raikou and probably the Bulu as well. Because I outspeed. Yeah, I can just go for Hornleech here, and he doesn't really have a switch in. I think what I'll do is I'm going to go out into Tapu Bulu here and just click Sub. Because if his switch in to this is Scolipede, I will click Rock Tomb afterwards and get a nice chunk of damage on him. So I'm going to click Substitute here because I 100% outspeed him. I 100% outspeed him here. I outspeed a Jolly max speed Rampardos, and he's not Scarfed. He switched up his moves. He was a Beer Berry. We saw that. So I can pretty much go for a sub, just gauge on what he's gonna do here. He might just try to let this thing die. He might just try to set up Stealth Rocks again. We don't know, but I think if I go for a sub here, I can just go for Rock Tomb and just get nice damage on anything. Now, if I go for sub and he goes out into Heliolisk, he can smack me with a Hyper Voice, which would probably be horrible, like worst case scenario. But I can also smack it with a Hornleech afterwards and just get all my health back. If I can live a Hyper Voice. I don't know if I can. We don't really know much about his set. And I didn't gauge the damage on my Hariyama like I should have. He's probably thinking, man, I just don't have a switch in. So he'll probably break my sub here. He goes for Stealth Rock. That's good. So now I can pretty much just click Hornleech and kill this thing. Because I think Rock Tomb will. I don't think it kills the Scolipede. Tapu Bulu versus a Scolipede. it does like 70 something, like 60-70%. So what I'll do now is I will just click Horn Leech and just get the knockout on this thing. He might go out into Heliolisk here and just go for Hyper Voice and get like a good amount of damage on me. I don't think he can kill me with one. Heliolisk, all-out attacker at level 50. Hyper Voice does 62. Horn Leech does like 129. If he's Choice Specs confirms does not kill me from full at all. So he'd have to get a crit Hyper Voice to kill me. And Horn Leech 100% kills him back. So I think his play is Scolipede here, 100%. I really didn't expect him to bring me a Mega Absol either, because I know just based off of like watching some of his battles, and then like in his actual like when he types like his like KDs in like for his thing, he's like Mega Absol did absolutely nothing. Died like always. So what I'll do here is I will go for the Rock Tomb. I could go for, how much does Wood Hammer do to the Scolipede? Just out of curiosity, how much does the Bloom Doom does like 50 something %. So I'm just gonna click Rock Tomb. Goes for the Poison Jab. I go for the Rock Tomb here. I think should do like 60 something %. Drop his speed, which doesn't matter because then he'll just get it right back. And then I'll go out into I could just go out and I could literally just go out into anything here. I should be okay. Scizor kind of just walls this thing, so I think I'll go out into Scizor. I think I'll go out into Scizor. Because Poison Move is most likely, I don't think he, like, because he overpredicted last time with his Hitmontop and he went for Stone Edge. So I don't think he tries to overpredict again and goes for anything else. I don't think he overpredicts here and goes for like Hidden Power Fire or something like that. Like even Mega Horn won't do much to my Scizor. His stabs don't do much. Earthquake, we're in Terrain, so unless he's like Z Earthquake, which I don't know why he would click against me here. So he's pulling a double, and he goes out into Trap Soul as I go out into the Scizor. So I can't stay in because he probably can live a Bullet Punch. Scizor from my Mega Scizor right here against a Absol. Bullet Punch, and he'll knock me out with Flamethrower. So I don't really have a good switch into this thing. So pretty much what I have to do is just go out into I think I have to go into Blastoise here, predicting the like if he goes for Swords Dance here, we could be in trouble. We could be in trouble. But then again, this just runs through. Does this run through the rest of his team? He has Heliolisk and I mean it helps with Scolipede. And if I bring this thing down to like 80%, I can kind of revenge kill it with like my Crobat. I think I'm gonna go out into Blastoise here Even if he tries to, like, set up here, I think I'll be okay. I think he goes for Flamethrower. And I believe I can live, like, one Sucker Punch, go for a U-turn, get massive damage off on him. Goes for the Fire Blast. We should be able to take that relatively well. And then we're going to get the Leftovers plus Grassy Terrain. Do I have Stealth Rocks on my side of the field? I don't remember. I do have Stealth Rocks on my side of the field. I think Aura Sphere is just a solid overall play right now. I'm going to go for the Aura Sphere. It hits this, it hits the Heliolisk, which came in last time. This thing doesn't have good defenses, so if it decides to stay in and click knockoff, I don't think it'll knock me out. Blastoise. My Blastoise set. So yeah, knockoff does like 42% max. Aura Sphere does 62 to 75. Any chip damage on this thing is going to be good. If he goes out into Heliolisk here, he'll probably be taking around 40 to something percent. So he goes for knockoff, and that's going to do a really good amount of damage to me. But I do go for the Aura Sphere here, and I really weaken him, putting him into Bullet Punch range for certain. And now what I'll do is I will just go for a Rapid Spin, because if he decides to set up here, I'll just go for I'll get rid of the rocks or whatever. But if he decides to kill me, alright, that's fine. I can go out to Scizor and just click Bullet Punch. Can I live? Like, can Tapu Bulu live a Fire Blast from a Absol? We can live one, unless he's like modest or something. I mean, considering we lived, he might. No. Even if he's like 252, if he's modest, maybe. If he's modest, he has to get a max roll. It's like 25% chance to knock me out. But I don't think he's modest, considering he shows knockoff. He has to be mixed. So I think what I'll do is I'll probably go out to Tapu Bulu, I think. Maybe I'll go with Crobat and click U-turn. Did I sound British there? Crobat? I don't know how I said that. I'm gonna go out into Crobat here, and I think I'm gonna click U-turn. Looking back on it, I don't know why I have Pursuit and U-turn. Like, it just doesn't make sense to me. So I'm gonna click U-turn here. This will let me know if he has Sucker Punch too. This is a really good game. Right now we're 4-4. I'm having a lot of fun. Suicune has yet to see the field. We got a good amount of damage on the Scolipede. Mega Absol's pretty weak. I don't think I have any damage on the Heliolisk yet. But I believe I can chip down the Heliolisk. I believe I can chip down the Heliolisk, even if I'm just using my my Raikou. The Shed Shell on the Raikou is kind of pointless. He has Sucker Punch. Okay. I'm gonna go for U-turn. So we might be dead upon re-entry. We might be dead upon re-entry here. We had 39 HP. Let's see. What am I? My Crobat. And if I'm at 39 HP, we're at 23%, so we are dead upon re-entry. So I can no longer bring out my Crobat. So I think what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna go out into my my Raikou, I think, because it has a generally decent-ish matchup against everything that's not Heliolisk. I think I'll go on to Suicune. I mean, not Suicune, Scizor here. I'm gonna go into Scizor because we could deal with Suicune if it wants to come in. Alright, so there's the Scizor. I mean, not the Suicune. Jesus, what are Mon's names? What are Mon's names? And I think what I'll do is I will pivot out into my Raikou here. And see what he wants to do. I mean, I do have Bug Bite, and it would do a decent amount to this thing. As long, like, the one thing I'd be worried about would be Scald Burns, so, Hidden Power Fire. Alright, I figured that could be a thing. So, what I'll do now is I will just click Thunderbolt. Yeah, I'm gonna click Thunderbolt. He might have Mirror Coat. I don't know why he would run Mirror Coat though, because I could run sub like Calm Mind. And he has a Dugtrio on his team too. So if I was like substitute, he could switch out like I mean I could just go for sub like on his switch out a Dugtrio, trying to like block a ground type move. So I don't know if he would go from, if he has Mirror Coat. I think he's gonna switch out into Heliolisk here. Although chipping out the that thing should be okay. Thunderbolt. Yeah, that does a good amount of chip damage to him. What does more to him though? Does Nasty Plot do more? Or, I mean, not Nasty, what am I even saying? Does Hidden Power do more? I don't know why I said Nasty Plot. Heliolisk. Thunderbolt actually does more, so I'm going to go for the Thunderbolt again. And he's not Scarfed, so that's good information to have. He's not Scarfed. And he goes for Surf here. Interesting. I'll go for Thunderbolt again. Actually, what I should have done is I should have switched out. Because he might be, like, choiced. I don't think he's choice Scarf. He might... I don't think he's Assault Vest either. I don't know what item he is. The only thing that could really screw me up here is if, let's see, does he go for Surf again? Or does he go for, like, what does he go for? He goes for Surf. Alright. Surf. The 35 to 40% of his life orb. Is he just choice specs? I don't think he's choice specs, because I think it would have done more. I mean, I knock him out with the next one. And then I'm pretty sure I knock out the Scolipede where it's at. We're gonna see if it has Protect. If Scolipede has Protect, then he'll outspeed me the next turn. And then I'll be able to knock him out with Bullet Punch from my Scizor. And then kind of just leaves me to go for Bug Bite and then follow it up with like a Horn Leech from... I mean, it'll come down to... It'll be close. I'm thinking like 5 steps ahead though. Maybe 3 steps ahead. So Heliolisk is down. This is a really good battle. Like, I'm very much so enjoying myself. Very much so enjoying myself. Okay. This scares me a little bit. Because I for sure thought that Scolipede was his play. Alright, I'm gonna go for Thunderbolt here. He definitely went for the Hidden Power Fire that turn. That does a lot of damage. He's like offensive. Oh, we live on. Maybe he's just not by death. I live on 3. I live on 3. That is wild. I don't know what he's going for here. And I don't remember what HP I was at before. So this Thunderbolt will kill him. And then it'll come down to whether if he has Protect on the Scolipede. I mean, at this point, Scizor kind of wins. Considering that Suicune went down. I don't know what he has. If he has Protect, then he knocks out the Raikou. If not, then I knock him out. Because I do believe I sped crept this. Actually, I don't know if I did or not. I might not have sped crept this thing because I figured it would have gotten Protect anyway. I think I only sped crept the well, if he's adamant, we'll see. We'll find out. I mean, Scizor wins regardless right now. But Thunderbolt should do it. He has Protect. Well, I mean, Scizor wins. Regardless right now. I might just switch out into Scizor, because I know that we can hit it with priority. And I don't expect him to go for anything else. And we can kind of preserve as much differential as possible. If he goes for Hidden Power Fire here, he's a lord. Goes for Poison Jab. Mega Evolution and Bullet Punch. I can't believe I haven't Mega Evolved yet. I think I just used this for like pivoting. Bullet Punch should do it. I'm adamant max attack. And we do get the knockout there. So we do beat KyleAye 4-0. Kyle's a really good friend of mine. Make sure you guys go check him out. Check out his Twitch as well. My man's on his Twitch grind. And make sure you hit that subscribe button. Thank you so much for having that battle with me, Kyle. I really had a very good time. It was a lot of fun. So I do hope that you end up inviting me back for the P4G, because this was probably the most fun I've had in a long time as far as leagues go. This was the most enjoyable experience I've had this past year, I have to say. So to those watching, if you enjoyed, make sure you hit that like button. If you haven't already subscribed, hit that subscribe button, and I will see you guys later. Peace.